Today's horoscope, Capricorn, April 12, 2022. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money, and compatibility with other signs. Keep in mind that while your focus will enlarge later today, you may not be seeing beyond the frustrations of the moment early on. Minor problems can seem larger than life, as you may be giving more power to a matter than they deserve. Look for the light at the end of the tunnel, and avoid making decisions until you've entertained different perspectives. Also today, Mercury begins its transit of your solar 5th house, where it will stay until the 29th, stimulating great ideas for enjoying and expressing yourself. This transit helps you get your ideas or message across. You may get the chance to shine or stand out on a mental level, or this can be a time of clearer expression of your feelings, ideas, and personality. Your love horoscope. The moon, celestial ruler of your committed 7th house of agreements and significant others, enters Leo today, bringing emotional emphasis and intuitive clarity to your intimate 8th house of mergers, collaborations, and soulmate connections. Sharing your living space with someone? Perhaps you're contemplating whether to take this next step in your romantic connection. Also, with savvy Mercury entering your romantic 5th house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression today, you're more likely to use your words and your gift of gab. Luna will, however, square off with rebellious Uranus, so be discerning with your messaging. Single? Suddenly sliding into your person's DMs is also likely. Your career horoscope. Try not to lose your cool. As Mercury in Aries squares Pluto in your sign, you could have a difficult time managing your frustrations. The square could exacerbate any tension you may feel at work, making it somewhat difficult for you to remain level-headed. If you feel overwhelmed or incredibly aggravated, try to take a step away from your work to cool off. Luckily, these feelings will subside as the day goes on, considering that Mercury will exit Aries and enter Taurus. In Taurus, Mercury will make you feel more mentally rational and calm. Your finance horoscope. Mars is still aligned with the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, as he spends his last weekend in your income sector, and the timing couldn't be better. Mars is taking a sledgehammer to glass ceilings, roadblocks, and barriers, whether real or imagined, swinging at any low-hanging fruit. Aligned with Juno, this is a chance to look beyond the moment, with a chance to set resolutions that will continue the fight long after Mars leaves. Social life today. Your social life is characterized by insecurity and confrontation. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed just because you don't have the precise answer to every problem straight away. Keep a calm exterior, avoid making your problems worse. Often even serious catastrophes are over just as quickly as they arise. Your dating horoscope. You have been spending way too much energy picking up after other people's messy lives. Turn inward, at least for one day, and spend the same kind of energy just taking care of yourself. Flirting tips. One way to alleviate the stress you might feel is to approach life in a more playful way, and try to brighten up your situation, but don't expect to receive too much credit for your efforts. Instead, whatever you do, you're scrutinized, your motives examined, and you find yourself having to defend all your actions. Lucky numbers 2, 12, 20, 35, 47. Your well-being horoscope. You are human and you need a hug every once in a while. It's not about sex or seduction, it's just a deep confirmation that you are a good and lovable person. If you can relate to this need, don't hesitate to get a hug from someone who loves you. Your emotions can feel a bit raw. You may experience tears or sad feelings even as you receive this hug. Let the feelings release and don't question your emotions. Your daily numeroscope. Your natural leadership skills will peak on this day. Whether you have something that sees you formally instructing or guiding, or you're simply hanging out with your family today, you'll be great. This vibration works very well for you, as it enhances the skills you inherently possess. If there's going to be a time where you discover more of what you can do, this is definitely it. 11. Don't hesitate to venture into the unknown, as you will handle things with flair. Daily planetary overview. Saturn squares the nodes of destiny today, pushing us to make major decisions when it comes to our commitments. This may relate to a relationship or project that we've been on the fence about for a long time. If you're longing to partner with a special someone, today is when you might decide to take the leap and give your heart to them. However, if you're unsure about being in a relationship with this person, you might decide to reconsider. Saturn, the planet of commitment, wants to make sure that you're giving your all to the right person or project. After all, why should you hold back from a situation that you want? Basically, if you're not feeling the situation will lead to a long-term partnership, it's time to pack your bags. This also relates to the way you do business. If your boss is domineering or unkind, this could be the time to go to human resources. And if you don't want to stay in the job or work for them anymore, you might want to start looking for another opportunity elsewhere. Sky for today. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Aries squares off with Pluto in Capricorn, provoking crises. At this time, we are on the hunt for evidence to rationalize our opinions, and should be mindful of when we are pushing a point too hard. Because we have a stake in this matter and are eager to be well received, we can overcompensate, come on too strong, or forget about key details while angling for respect. Certain truths will come to light now about our perspective, potentially ones which we would rather not face. Examine your biases and view this time as a teachable moment instead of spiraling into disappointment. After nightfall, Mercury enters Taurus, exiting the energized terrain of Aries. Speaking courageously has attracted a degree of attention to our goals or desires. Now the torch is passed to Taurus, helping us to ground concepts down, so they endure longer than a passing fad. In Taurus, the most elementary solution is often the best one. Although we run the risk of oversimplification, having modest adages and mantras to keep us stable is a proper jumping-off point for moving an idea from one stage to the next. Now, conversations become more deliberate and intentional, backed up by experiential data or rational logic. It's a good time for no-nonsense communication and meeting others where they're at intellectually.